The investment that a company, I mean, I'm sure you've done it, the investment you make in somebody you hire is substantial. I actually had a chat with Jordan just the other day, or just yesterday. We're going to have another one, but we talked about, the cost of a hire. If somebody's making $100,000 a year, they're
Mhm.
$50,000 in the first 6 months, plus CPP, EI, WCB, the government burdens, vacation pay, all that stuff. We're talking probably about 60,000, maybe $65,000 in hard costs. Then, regardless of the level of person, you still need to immerse them in the business, train, onboard, coach, performance manage, get them aligned with the culture, the values, all that stuff. So you have to have people that will then like train and help like onboard. There's certain companies we work with where they actually have like, I forget what they called, but they're like onboarding specialists where they'll help you get immersed in the new applications and the software they use and make sure you've got the technology and walk you through training on that outside of your role, just specifically on how to get into the company. So they've built these layers knowing how critical these like immersion pieces are. And then you've got, like, I use myself as an analogy where uh you know I obviously, wear many hats in our business. I hate that, maybe that overused analogy, but it is what it is. But I mean, as the owner of our small business, I do tons of different stuff, but the stuff I'm the most passionate about and where I provide the most value is when I'm consulting with our clients and taking them through that process and ultimately helping my team understand who we can place in those roles that ultimately results in revenue generation for us. And anytime I take myself out of that is like a direct lost opportunity cost or lost revenue cost that goes into that equation. And in those first 6 months, we take that, $65,000 hard cost, and you can probably 3-4x it in terms of like the true investment that it takes to get someone up to speed. And so we're talking about, 150, 200, $250,000, and then multiply that by another three if it doesn't work out and you have to go through turnover and do it all over again because of the lost opportunity cost of the window in between for the 3 to 6 months while you don't have somebody while you're trying to recruit. And then, maybe that person who didn't work out is a worst case scenario who then lost you customers. Sometimes it can just be not a fit. Other times it can be you hired just the absolute wrong person and it's negatively impacted your business. And that is like the underlying subconscious like disconnect from the employer side of like, we've just taken $100,000 a year person and somehow calculated a $500,000 potential loss. And most people, the psychology is we don't focus on, well, if that guy works out, we could be up 1.5 million.
Right.